Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War, not remastered. Alright, so Straylock suggested I cast this game. It's going to be Cal vs. Zero from OSL 2009. And he says a very little used unit is featured in this replay. So let's go ahead and get right on into it here. If you haven't seen me do this before, basically Straylock sends me games that are on YouTube and has me cast them in English. Just, I'm not moving the camera. And if you understand Korean, maybe you can hear the announcers in the background. They are super hyped. Man, I love it. So much good stuff. It's going to be on HolyWorld 1.1 is the map name here. And it is old school. Old school Brood War here. Kespa. Back when Kespa was a thing. I mean, this is, the memories here we're looking at. So it's going to be, in the bottom left-hand corner, the Red Zerg player, Zero. Love Zero, man. I've cast a bunch of his games. He's fantastic. And then top right, we have the orange Protoss player. It's going to be Cal, also known as Godzilla, if I understand how this works correctly, and maybe I don't. Anyway, it's going to be Cal versus Zero here on HolyWorld 1.1 or whatever. I guess there were some adjustments made to it in the past. So, I mean, I don't know if there's anything crazy going on here in the early stages of the game. Just original StarCraft graphics here. It's definitely Brood War because it was played in 2009. And there's no replay interface. Look at this. No production tab. It doesn't show us how many resources are happening. Who's that? Why do I feel like that's like an in memoriam thing? Oh, is that Violet? Did Violet pass on in 2009? I do not speak any Korean at all. I'm Googling, by the way, in case you were wondering. Violet, play for KT Rolster. I don't think that's him. I'm looking at his picture now. Wait, am I looking at the wrong person here? Oh, no, he did. He passed in 2012. Okay, so that's not him. Anyway, I'm just making stuff up here in the early stages of the match because there's really not much going on. They're not showing me the stuff. So, anyway, it's going to be a Forge Expand here out of the Protoss players. Zerg on the other side of things looks like he's pretty safe to go for Expand first based on that Forge play. Although, could use that Forge to throw down some cannons if it was a very greedy, like, hatch first play with a very late pool. But heck, check it out. Pool first here. No problem. Out of Zero, he's going to be able to handle whatever the heck Cal wants to throw at him early. But again, I just feel like Cal wants to go for the very early expand. And yeah, I mean, he's going to get a cannon there because he's going to need him. Because there's going to be Lings on the way here, if not already. I think the pool is done. The Lings are coming in, so there's no need to rush cannons. Just going to go ahead and go for the Nexus. And then maybe a gateway, and then a cannon, and then bring down some probes to help wall off if necessary. So, a couple Lings actually staying home to deal with this probe, who is getting some really good scouting information off. Again, Protoss, the best unit at worker scouting, I think, in Brood War, and definitely in StarCraft 2. If you watch any of my StarCraft 2 games, it's definitely 100% Protoss that does the worker scouting more often. And it's just because, I don't know, apparently it doesn't set them behind as much as it does for Zerg to do for sure. Into the mid-game. Chrono Boost is really good for Protoss. I know I'm talking about StarCraft 2 a lot, but I'm just trying to explain kind of a little bit of the intricacies there. But yeah, hatch is now coming down. I mean, this is pretty standard stuff, honestly. This is a very viable build that Zero is trying to do here, is keeping all of his Lings at home because he knows he's really not getting anything done at all. And no probes are getting pulled off the line to wall off because they don't need to, because this probe knows that the Lings are all home, right? So you have that information. That scouting probe is a hero. It's a dead probe, but it's a hero probe for sure. Oh, is this one of those maps with the little sneaky, little high grounds around the outside? It is. So this is definitely an older style map. So third base coming down over there. I don't think there's gas there according to the minimap. That is just a minerals only, but that is some pretty quick third stuff, which I like to see. He went for the pool first. It didn't really pay off. Slowed him down economically, so he went for the natural base, and now he's going for the third here. at like 2.5, 3 minutes, I want to say. We are not too far into this game. Again, no in-game timer. Oh, no, there is. Barely. I can see it moving. It's 4:07, I think. That's so blurry. This is not as blurry as the previous game I did this with, which was Savior versus... who was the Terran? Firebat. Firebat Hero versus Savior. That was super potato quality. This is fine. This isn't crazy bad, but still fairly bad. But again, the point of this is to show great games that we can't find the replays for, but also have never been cast in English. So I think that's maybe the plan here. We're going to do this a few more times if we can find more games. If you have a YouTube video of a really old StarCraft game that you want me to cast, like, send it to me over email, falconpaladin@gmail.com, or you can hit me on Discord too. There's a link in the description for that, like Straylock did, and I'll give it a cast. How's that sound? I am interested. Again, a lot of the point of my channel is just giving remastered content for stuff that wasn't remastered previously, and then English content for stuff that wasn't in English previously too. All right, man. So both players are they're just posturing. The Lings are like, hey, if you want to come out here, we'll kill you. How's that sound, Zealots? And Zealots are like, if you can come in here, we'll kill you. Citadel of Dune on the way. We're definitely going for that Ling, or the Zealot speed rather. Hydralisk Den just now popping in for the Zerg player 0. And might go for a bit of them lurkers. Mass Hydra, pretty great up until Storm comes out or Reavers come out. So we'll keep an eye. We'll keep an eye on what's going on here, at least of what we can see here on the screen. Second gas has been taken. This really feels like a lurker play to me. Third base is down for that extra mineral income. This map does look like another third base. Like, if you want to take a third base that has gas, it looks like it's pretty far away. So that's not great. Probes counting on the top side just to make sure there are no Lings hiding out up there trying to get into the back door of the main base. But Stargate done. Corsair already out on the way. Going to try to kill some stuff, but there are already Hydras out. So it should have a hard time killing anything, really. If Hydras are out already... What the... Where's that command center? What is that? Why is there a burning command center in the middle of this map? Dude, use map settings is weird stuff, man. And there's little disruption web. Are they permanent disruption webs? They have to be. It's too early for disruption web to have been researched already, so okay. I'm interested. I'm in on this. Templar Archives done now, like I said. If your opponent's going Mass Hydra, you got to get Storm as fast as you can. So Cal's running there at this point. Hydras don't have the range upgrade yet, we can tell, based on the range they are, how close they are to that gateway. Queen's Nest coming in, man. Dude, is he going to infest that command center? What? How? Why is that a thing on this map? Why on earth is there a burning down command center on this map unless it's intended for Zerg players, like baiting them, begging them to please make infested Terrans? Dark Templar comes out, but the gateway gets sniped. That was really close. Gateway almost got sniped before the Templar came out here. Where's your detection? DT moving out. Yeah, Corsair really can't kill any of these Overlords at all. Hydra positioning is too perfect here for 0. Beautiful, beautiful play here, honestly, out of 0. I'm really liking this build quite a bit. Keeping his Overlords alive, Hydra Ling count is very nice here at about 7 minutes. Dark Templar does get sniped off because the Overlord has speed. Got the Pneumatized Carapace upgrade, and they keep going back to that command center. Again, the Queen's Nest at like 7 minutes is kind of a big deal. He's doing it. He's sending the Queen over to infest the command center. This is fantastic, Infested Command Center. We're here. We're ready to rock, baby. Is he? I mean, he has to make infested Terrans. There's no reason to infest a command center without infested Terrans. Oh, yeah. Those Hydras have speed. They've got range. They are mean. They are mean, mean, mean right now. Zealots holding back. There's extra cannons. They're just trying to delay until Storm is out. It's got to be very close. Templar Archives finished up a few seconds ago here. Maybe a minute or so ago. So I think we're probably looking at Storm on the way. Again, just Zealots holding for now. All the gas is going to those High Templar is my assumption. These Zealots, I don't know about this. A couple of them get picked off for almost nothing for the Zerg player. That's not a good trade for Cal. That Forge is on fire too. Here's the infested Terran. He's coming up to join the party. I like how they have long trunks in the 3D portrait down there. Can you see that down below what they look like? Oh my gosh. Infested Terran takes down 2 Zealots. Instantly killing 2 Zealots. It's like getting Banelings. It's like getting Banelings from StarCraft 2 and StarCraft 1. If you don't know what banelings are, they're just explodey little green blobs of acid that are just like infested Terrans. They run around, they are ground units only, they affect ground units, and they explode doing splash damage. They're really good versus Zealots, actually. Zealots, Marines, things like that. It would make sense, right? Here we go again. You do not want to lose like all of those Zealots to this infested Terran. I can tell you that much. The control here for Cal is pretty good. Only losing 2 is a good deal. Only losing 1 might be a better deal. Or if you can draw it into range of the cannon, so the cannon finishes it off before it actually explodes on anything. That's pretty good too. The disruption webs are very strange. Yeah, he's trying to send a single Zealot in to make that thing fire, but it's not working. Overlord, scouts in, High Templar joining the party. Storm has got to be done at this point. Again, are there any High Templar that have enough energy for Storm? I don't know. Does this Overlord have infested Terrans in it? I don't see any explosions there. Did I miss one? Nothing died. Maybe it got killed before it exploded. If you kill it, I think if you kill it before it explodes, it doesn't... Oh, maybe it does. Oh, look how fast it is. Oh, he takes down a High Templar. Nice pick off there. Infested Terran for a High Templar. Definitely a fair trade. The Hydra's not being microed particularly well. There we go. God, there's so many, and they are so spread out. This is just Zero. Has this game under control. It feels like right now. He is loading them up. Okay, he is loading them up. I don't think the first attempt worked. Oh, man, he wants to drop him on top of this. He's going to do it. Oh, he does take down another couple High Templar with an infested Terran. Storm goes down, but there's only one Templar remaining, continuing to push on in here with the Hydralisk. Sniping off another High Templar, lagging. Nice snipe. That was beautiful. He's also expanding to a 4th base up to the 12 o'clock position. Maybe that's the 11 o'clock position now. But really just keeping Cal on 2 bases, worried about these infested Terrans, worried about the drops. Trying to sneak on in here again, get those drops. He's not really focusing down the... Oh, bam! 3 cannons go down. That pylon is severely injured. Infested Terrans carrying the day here. He's continuing to produce them. He's like, man, you know what's really good? Infested Terrans. There's a guy on my Discord server, Dead Infested Terran, who loves Infested Terrans, obviously. He just feels like they should have more of a place in StarCraft. And after seeing this, I kind of have to agree, but we never see it. Like, we saw almost once or twice. We've seen infested command centers, but no Infested Terrans produced. Makes me sad. And this makes me wonder why we don't. Yeah, so he's got 1 High Templar. Looks like he's out of energy, though, or he would have stormed this group of Hydras for sure. Yeah, get on out. Hydra's pulling back. Yeah, and there's your 4th base. Yep, so usually I'd be looking at the production tab to see what the players are doing, but as I don't have one, this is really hard for me to just cast what is immediately visible to me on the screen that somebody else is controlling. Where's that drone going? I believe Infested Terran, I'm like 99% sure that is 500 damage splash that they do, which is insane. And they are like 100, I think. Phew. Dragoons down. I think they cost 100? 100, I think it is. They're expensive because they do crazy amounts of damage. Wow, the storms are still very real, though. Lurkers burrowing on in, trying to get on top of those High Templar and those Zealots. Dragoons not as much. Dragoons are the natural enemy of the High Templar, unless Dark Swarm is about, in which case Dragoons need to flee from the from the Lurkers for sure. Yeah, Cal just hasn't been able to get across the map at all. He's been contained this entire game. We're 13 minutes into this thing. He hasn't really made a push on anything, which traditionally they want to attack the 3rd base real fast, but today hasn't been able to. Zealots are heading north to that 11 o'clock position to try to take it down. There are Hydras and Lings chasing them, though. They shouldn't be able to get too much done. They're outnumbered pretty severely. Their robotics facility is done. Maybe Reaver's the answer to these infested Terrans? Possibly, yeah. Yeah, these Zealots aren't doing much. There was a drone pull, so there's some lost mining time there for sure, but nothing too horrible on the other side. And he's just continually making these infested Terrans. He is just not... Is it maybe even worth it to lift it and bring it closer? Who knows? That's got to be another infested Terran drop attempt. But maybe that one is too. It's so hard to tell what's actually in these things because you can't see. Maybe these are just poking. He just tossed down Parasite on a High Templar. That's pretty good. We never see Parasite used. Holy crap. This game, we get Parasite and Infested Terrans from Zero and Cal. Two of the best Brador players of all time. Like legends in their own right. And they're using... At least Zero's using crazy stuff. Cal's trying to play this thing standard, or as standard as he can, when there are Infested Terrans about. Because who... Do you ever practice against Infested Terrans? I can't imagine that's something that happens in these team houses. If you Parasite a High Templar too... Ooh, another snipe with that beautiful, beautiful explosion there on the Infested Terran. Yeah, because Parasite, you can't cure it if you're Protoss. Terrans can if they research Restoration. 2 more Zealots get sniped off. But Protoss has no way to deal with it. And if you, like, Parasited a Dragoon or a Zealot, I don't know, maybe it'd be worth it to kill it. Just to get rid of that spy that you have. You don't even know what Parasite is. You do, you're watching this, but it allows the Zerg player to see whatever that Parasite unit sees. It gets their vision range. But Protoss, follow up on that. Protoss is not going to snipe off a High Templar. Too important here versus this Hydra composition. This Hydra Lurker thing. I just feel like Zero is so far ahead right now. He's got a 3rd base. He did take the one in the top right. Cal did, so he's not super, super far behind. Ling's coming in to buffer another Dragoon dead. Hive Tech is up here at 15 minutes. There we go. There's your Observer. There are your Dragoons. And the Lurkers really shouldn't be able to do much here until Defilers show up. Yeah, storming those Lurkers. It's beautiful. Great split, though. I don't think one Storm can hit any 2 of those, which is pretty nice. Pretty good dodging. And unloading a bunch of Hydralisks at this potential 4th base location while attacking at the front. That's a lot of Protoss, man. That is a ton of Protoss. And again, keep in mind, Infested Terrans are not free. So that's resources you're not putting into Hydras and Lings and Defilers. It's a lot of gas, too. So this might actually just be a situation where Cal's like, huh, you did something non-standard, but now you don't have enough army to really counter what I'm doing here. Although, man, those Lings jumping around on top, trying to take down those Dragoons. Archons getting focused down and sniped by those Hydralisks. The word of the cast today is definitely sniped. Zealots with legs getting on top of these Hydras, which is really good stuff, man. Using a disruption web, maybe a little bit to his best effort. Ooh, Infested Terran explodes and does friendly fire. Oh, they're pushed back to the Infested Command Center. Can he save it? Zero's got more units cruising across the map here. He has had 4 bases for some time now. He's able to make a lot of units with all the larvae that produces. He's got a 5th base coming up now, too. Not too far from that 11 o'clock base. And the counterattack to the counterattack now. From Zero. A lot of dead Hydralisks, man. These Zealots chewed through them, but suddenly the Zealot count is bad. Infested Terran. Ooh, did that take down the Archon? I thought it died. I think it might have died before it did. Hard to tell. But Infested Terran's definitely playing a huge part in there. At the very least, zoning out, forcing the Protoss to retreat from them. Counts for a lot here. I'm not sure there are enough Dragoons to actually hold those suckers off. Another Storm. Good stuff there. Infested Terran joining the party once again. I like every time there's an Infested Terran, Zero uses it immediately. 2 Dragoons for the price of 1, injuring that one too. And that's your good game. Zero wins the most non-standard game maybe in the history of professional StarCraft. We ever see? I mean, does that happen again? I've never seen it before. I wasn't aware it was done. But again, on this map, they are begging Zerg players to make queens and make Infested Terrans, right? They give you a command center that is already on fire and already at the threshold at which you can infest it. That's just the map makers being like, come on, Zerg, do it. That's beautiful. That was really fun stuff. All right, cool. Well, I think it's time to wrap this thing up. That's going to be it for today's match. Infested Terrans, why aren't they used more? Please leave your essays in the comments below. 500 words or less is all I really need. But yeah, that's going to be it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War, not remastered, in English. Let's cancel that. What's going on? Oh, there's stuff. There's suggested stuff. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.